All right, folks, we're going to make this video nice and quick. I got one Roman numeral for you and then 4 examples. So here we go. I just want to remind us, we keep talking about this f of x equals rate times x plus a starting amount. And I cannot reiterate enough times that this is what it's all about, you guys. We've identified this when we're graphing, that it's f of x equals slope times x plus y-intercept. And then most algebra books or books that you see, they're going to show it like this, y equals mx plus b. And that's just because, teachers think you guys can't handle this function idea. And I feel that our class is really showing us that we can. We're capable of this. So just know, again, that f of x and y are the same thing and that these are all talking about the same stuff. So in this situation, slope is m. Okay, they like to use m to represent slope. And they like to use b to represent y-intercept. This is still all just rate times x plus starting amount. Okay, so our slope equation, which we learned last time, is m equals the change of y over the change of x, which is equal to y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. In 3 here, find the equation of a line. That is going to be our Roman numeral. Find the equation of a line. Okay, what we want to do, step A, these are the 5 steps to success. A, determine the slope, and we might need to use this formula to do that. Plug m into the equation, that's step 2. Step 3 is plug in a point xy into the equation. Step D, or 4, is solve for b, so solve for the y-intercept. And then the last step is report the results and graph the line. Okay, so let's run through some examples. So example 1, this says that the slope is equal to 2, and it needs to go through the point 4, 6. So we're going to follow these 5 steps to success, and we are going to get the equation of a line. So 1, determine the slope. Oh, m equals 2, so the slope is 2. We're going to plug m into the equation. So now this looks like y equals 2x plus b. Okay, we've done A and B so far. Next, we're going to plug a point in, xy. Do we have a point to use? Oh, we do, 4, 6. So we're going to remember that this is an x and that this is a y. And now we're just going to plug into the equation. So this now becomes 16 equals 2 times 4 plus b. We have some math to do, so let's do it. This is 16 equals 8 plus b. And now we're going to subtract 8 on both sides to solve for b. This is 8 equals b. So let's see, we've done plug in the point. We have now solved for b. Now we need to report our results. So let's go back. We'll go back up to this equation, the y equals 2x plus b. And now we know the answer for b. So the equation of this line is y equals 2x plus 8. And in the interest of time, I'm not going to graph this, but this is what you would do. You would go and graph this bad boy. Okay, example number 2. We're just going to go through our steps here. So A says determine the slope. Oh, look, it says that m equals negative 1/3, so that must be our slope. So we've done that. We've determined our slope. B says plug it into the equation. So I'm going to color code a little bit for you guys. Y equals negative 1/3 x plus b. All right, I've plugged in my slope. Part C says plug in a point. Well, you got to remember this is an x and this is a y, so we're going to plug in our point. So this now becomes 4 equals negative 1/3 times negative 3 plus b. Okay, again, I've plugged in x and y. Part D, it's time to solve. Okay, so we're going to solve for b. So let's see here. To do this multiplication, it's going to be negative 3 times negative 1. So this is now 4 equals positive 3 over 3 plus b. 3 over 3 is 1, so this is 4 equals 1 plus b. To solve for b, I'm going to subtract 3 on both sides, or subtract 1, subtract 1 on both sides, which gives you the answer of 3. We have one more thing to do. We have now found all of our pieces, so now we need to report our answer. So this is going to be y equals negative 1/3 x with a y-intercept of b. Or, sorry, 3. I'm making sillies all over the place here. Okay, so this is y equals negative 1/3 x plus 3. Okay, example number 3. In this one, they give you 2 points. Okay, so in part A, we need to determine the slope, but the way we're going to determine the slope is by using our formula of m equals y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. So I'm going to go up here, I'm going to label my points. I'm going to let this be x1, y1. I'm going to allow this to be x2, y2. So let's go grab those points and do some math. This is negative 4 minus negative 2, all divided by negative 4 minus 4. Okay, this is going to tell me that my slope is, let's see, negative 4 minus a minus, so I'm really adding this. So negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2. And on the bottom here, this is negative 4 minus 4, which is negative 8. Okay, notice I have a negative divided by a negative, so this is actually going to become a positive 2 over 8. And we should simplify this, so we could actually make this a slope of 1/4. Okay, so m equals 1/4, or our slope equals 1/4. In part B, plug it into the equation. So this is y equals 1/4 x plus b. Next part. Take a point and plug it into the equation. Now, does it matter which point we take? And it doesn't. So, whichever one you want to do. I kind of like that this only has one negative, so I'll probably just use this point because I'm a big fan of it. So, let's see. This is negative 2, the y, equals 1/4 times 4, the x, plus b. Okay, so now let's see, we have math to do, so let's do it. So 4 times 1, this is negative 2 equals 4 divided by 4 plus b. This simplifies to be negative 2 equals 1 plus b. We got to solve for b in part D, so we'll subtract 1 on both sides. This will be negative 3 equals b. And then in the last step, we need to go report our answer. So this is going to be the answer of y equals 1/4 x minus 3. That is the equation of our line. You then be asked to graph this. Okay, I'm going to end right there. I want you guys to try example number 4 on your own. And we'll do this first thing when we get into class. So the points you have are negative 4, negative 2, and negative 3, 5. So I want you to use these 5 steps to success to see if you get the same answer, and we will look at this on Monday or Tuesday when I see you next. Have a good weekend, folks. Don't forget to do the 3 to 4 questions on the 2-inch margin on the left.